on to our top story. The Supreme Court will deliver its verdict on the resignations of 15 Congress and JDS rebel MLAs. The top court verdict is crucial as it will decide the fate of Karnataka Congress JDS government. In case the resignations are accepted, the coalition government is likely to fail the floor test tomorrow. On Tuesday, the Supreme Court bench headed by CJI concluded the hearings of the rebel MLAs. Speaker and Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy during the hearing, CJI Ranjan Gogoi questioned the Karnataka Speaker over the delay in the decision on the resignations of the MLAs. This after the Speaker's counsel, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, argued that the decision on disqualification to be taken before the resignation of the MLAs.
The Nataka in Karnataka is entering its last act. The Supreme Court will deliver its verdict on the resignations of Congress and JDS rebel MLAs on Wednesday. A bench of Chief Justice of India Ranjan Gogoi and Justices Deepak Gupta and Anirudh Bose heard the case at length. During the hearing, Chief Justice of India Ranjan Gogoi asked Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who represented Karnataka Speaker K.R. Ramesh, why can't he decide on the resignations? This was after Singhvi suggested to the court that the disqualification should be prior to the rebel MLA's resignation. Singhvi contested the Chief Justice of India when he said that the Speaker was unavailable for an appointment and that is why they came to the court. Senior advocate Mukul Rohatgi, who appeared on behalf of the rebel lawmakers, submitted that the court should exempt the 15 rebels from appearing in the assembly and that the Speaker is violating the right to resign for the MLAs. Lawyer Rajiv Dhawan, who represented Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy, argued that the Supreme Court has no jurisdiction on Speaker's powers. The Supreme Court will have a decisive effect on the floor tests slated for Thursday.
What governor he will give the direction, I don't know. But this government, it will collapse 100%.
As the countdown for the floor test begins, the resort politics has intensified with MLAs being locked up to prevent poaching. Congress MLAs were shifted out of the Taj Hotel in Bengaluru to the Windflower Resort in the city.
The big question is, will the Supreme Court wade into the political thicket, and is this really the last act of the Karnataka saga, or do we still see political maneuvering up ahead? This is Anisha Mathur in New Delhi for India Today.
The International Court of Justice in Hague will deliver its verdict on retired naval officer Kulbhushan Jadhav, who is currently in jail in Pakistan. The United Nations Court will decide the fate of Jadhav, who was kidnapped by the Pakistani army in 2016 from Iran on false charges of espionage and sentenced to death. In February, the ICJ had conducted a 4-day-long public hearing where both India and Pakistan presented their arguments. India has demanded that Pakistan immediately annul the death sentence awarded to Jadhav and release him immediately. New Delhi has also demanded consular access for the retired naval officer. India has alleged that Pakistan illegally captured Jadhav from Iran and tried without a charge sheet. Jadhav was also denied consular access and framed as a spy. Multiple times there was India trying to get consular access, but Pakistan completely denied it. On the other hand, Pakistan has claimed that Jadhav was a raw agent and consular access was not meant for spies. Geeta Mohan, our Foreign Affairs editor, now joins us for all the very latest. First up, Geeta, good morning. Why don't you walk our viewers through whether or not it is obligatory to go by the International Court of Justice verdict?
Well, many in their own legal parlance or people who have followed the International Court of Justice and the cases over here say that it indeed is a toothless tiger. That the ICJ verdicts have a lot of moral value, but when it comes to holding countries responsible and abiding by the verdicts of the court, many countries have been found defaulting. There are many violators. The biggest countries in the world, including the United States of America, America have not adhered to the ICJ verdict. So it would not be surprising that Pakistan, even before having come to the court, and when India said that they are going to take Pakistan to the International Court of Justice, had already said that it is not binding and they're not going to stick to it, but nonetheless that they will fight it out over here in the International Court as well. So they have come, they have fought it out, but they have maintained and have been very clear that ICJ and its verdict is not binding and will bear no legal obligation on the Pakistani government and the state to really carry it forward and take it forward in their own country. So right now, while there is a lot of moral brownie points to gain for any country that wins the case over here, there is no necessity for the country to really oblige the court and follow by the verdict of the court.
Well, that's unfortunate to hear that it is not obligatory as far as any country is concerned to really follow that particular verdict, but morally it's a bit of a victory. So, Geeta, when is the verdict likely to come? That's the next question.
Well, it's at about 6:30 p.m. today that the International Court of Justice over here will be pronouncing its verdict. It's 3 p.m. at The Hague, but 6:30 p.m. in India, when the president of the court, Justice Yusuf from Somalia, is going to stand up and start reading the verdict. The procedure normally is the registrar coming out and first explaining the entire case, and then the president taking over and reading the verdict. But what we're being told by the press team over here is that the president is going to read the verdict, after which the registrar is going to explain the details. We will have to wait and see how the procedure really goes, but the judgment will be read out, the verdict will be read out by the president of the ICJ, Justice Yusuf from Somalia, who is going to read out the verdict. He was the one who heard the arguments from the Indian side and the Pakistani side, the final submissions that were given to the court in early this year in February as well. And now we'll have to wait and see what the verdict is really going to be, but certainly it is not going to be a unanimous verdict, given that the 16-judge bench consists of two primary judges, one from India and one ad hoc judge from Pakistan.
All right, leave it at that. Thanks so much, Geeta, for joining us live right there from Hague. We'll keep coming back to you for all the very latest updates as the International Court of Justice is all set to deliver its verdict on retired naval officer Kulbhushan Jadhav. India is confident of a favourable verdict. Sources have told India today that the odds are stacked in favour of India in the World Court. The United Nations court judges are likely to deliver on consular access to Jadhav. Remember, India has been protesting against Jadhav being denied consular access by Pakistani establishment. Also, the judges may ask for a review of the case in the light of the submissions made by India in February. It should be noted that the judgment of ICJ is final and there is no room for review. The court verdict will be a vindication for India and a successful initiative in busting Pakistan's lies. And after 13 people lost their lives in the horrific building collapse in Mumbai's Dongri area, blame game between the BMC and Maharashtra Housing and Area Development Authority continues. Both the civic bodies, which is the BMC and the Mahara, are claiming that the illegal building is not in their records. The BMC claims that the 70-year-old structure was actually a cess building which comes under Mahara. The civic body also said that the housing body was responsible for its well-being. On the other hand, the Mahara denied that the building was in its records altogether. The housing body said that the building next to the collapsed structure came under its jurisdiction. And after Jai Shri Ram Rao between BJP and TMC, now clashes have broken out between the BJP workers and police over chanting Hanuman Chalisa in Bengal's Howrah. Cops claim that the event organized by BJP workers was blocking the road and was creating hindrance to the movement of traffic. Hence, they requested the workers to move aside. However, the BJP supporters allegedly refused to give in and police had to intervene. BJP leader Ishrat Jahan, who was present at the spot during the clash, said that chanting Hanuman Chalisa is a religious affair and cops should not have forcefully stopped them from chanting. The BJP youth wing workers have been chanting Hanuman Chalisa at the Hanuman Mandir on Dobson Road for the past 2 weeks.
India is a secular country, so if the Muslim people they can, they can go for namaz in the open street. What's the problem in reading Hanuman Chalisa openly? The Home Minister is Mamata Banerjee, so obviously police has hardly any space to work independently. They are no more neutral.
Shifting tracks now, over 20 lakh people have been displaced as floods continue to wreak havoc in Assam. Residents near the Kaziranga National Park have been shifted temporarily to the temporary relief camps. People there have not only lost their homes but also their source of livelihood. Manogya Loiwal, my colleague, gets you this ground report. Have a look.
A teary Anjana Bora is trying to rustle up a meal at the makeshift flood relief camp in Assam. The 40-year-old is among lakhs forced out of their homes by the surging water.
আমি আইছো ডিফুলবা থাকো কানে গাঁৱতে আমাৰ গোটেই পানী হ'ল থাকিবলৈ অসুবিধা আমাৰ গোটেই ধান পানী তলত আছে ধান আমাৰ পানী তলত আছে আমাৰ বহুত অসুবিধা আছে খেতি কৰি যদি আমি খাব নাপাম আমাৰ কি হ'ব
সেইটো কাৰণে আমি ইয়ালৈ গুচি আহিলোঁ এতিয়াতো খাবলৈ মেলিবলৈ ইয়াত ৰিলিফ কেম্পত দিছে বাৰু চাউল দিছে দাইল মিঠাতেল নিমখ এইবোৰ দিছে আৰু হ'লেও আৰু ইয়াত এতিয়া ইমানখিনি মানুহ অলপতো কষ্ট হ'বই খৰি পাত তেনেকৈ সেইবোৰ অলপ কষ্ট হৈছে আৰু হ'লেও এতিয়াতো কেইদিন নল থাকিবই লাগিব ইয়াতে তেন্তে আৰু কষ্টকৈ হ'লেওতো থাকিবই লাগিব পানী নুশুকালৈকে
While the government has supplied dal and rice, many say that there is no baby food.
কষ্ট হৈছে ঘৰ ভাঙিছে গৰু হেৰিত আছে চৰাই মৰিছে বহুত কষ্ট হৈছে সময়ময় খানা পোৱা নাই বাচ্চা দুধ নাই বিস্কুট পোৱা নাই বহুত আমনি কৰিছে মহে কামুৰিছে
The flooded are now questioning the no-show by local netas who are only too eager to pester them during polls.
প্ৰতি বছৰতে পানী হৈ যায় আৰু চৰকাৰে আমাক সুবিধা ইমান নিদিয়ে কালি ৰিলিজ দিলে ৰিলিজ দিয়াৰ পাছত আৰু দিয়া নাই আৰু পানী বহুত হৈছে একদম এককাল পানী তাতে আমি ভাত পানী খাব নোৱাৰা হৈ গৈছোঁ
For these families, it is now a long wait for the water to recede, and only then can they try and rebuild their lives. With Manogya Loiwal in Kaziranga, Bureau Report, India Today.
And about 80% of the Kaziranga National Park and 95 camps are underwater as the floods continue to wreak havoc in Assam. The floods have endangered the lives of animals which are being shifted to highlands now. The communication between the upper and the lower Assam also got disrupted as the NH37 near Kaziranga National Park submerged in water. Here's our ground report. The devastating floods in Assam have cut off road links between lower and upper Assam. Stretches of arterial Asian Highway 1 along the Brahmaputra has been swallowed up by the river in spate, halting vehicular movement.
हाईवे तो पूरा पानी हो रहा है पूरा ओवरफ्लो हो गया है जितना होने का है उससे भी ज़्यादा हो गया है अभी तो आने का जाने का बहुत दिक्कत हो गया कोई किसी का खाने का आने का कोई लेने का कोई दुकान बाजार सारा डिटेल्स बंद हो गया है
परेशानी तो बहुत ज़्यादा है अब देख ही रहे हैं खुद कितना पानी है इधर उधर हर आदमी का मतलब खाने पीने का भी बहुत दिक्कत है रहने का भी दिक्कत है बहुत ज़्यादा फ्लड हो गया इस बार मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा हुआ है फ्लड
अभी देखिए मैम हम लोग के यहाँ पे जो काजीरंगा का जो मेन नेशनल हाईवे है 37 नेशनल हाईवे है अभी कम्प्लीटली काजीरंगा नेशनल पार्क जो फ्लड में डूब गए हैं और जो मेन जो हाईवे है ये कम्प्लीटली फ्लड के अंडर में है अभी देखिए वो सरकार द्वारा जो यहाँ का जो लोकल पीपल है उन लोगों का जो रिलीफ का व्यवस्था सरकार जो द्वारा करना चाहिए था वो अभी तक उस लोगों ने अच्छी तरह किया नहीं
The temporary diversions along the flooded stretch have not helped much.
early this morning. There were 5 places where water is flowing about 3 feet from the highway. So to take stock of the situation, and then to be on safer side, we had stopped the traffic. We had put in a Naka on several places, both this side towards Jorhat and the other side towards Nagaon also. So as of now, traffic has been stopped. There are 2 routes to bypass this thing for emergency services. We had advised the public to take that route.
Forest officials say that the flooding has displaced wild animals in the Kaziranga National Park, who now roam near the highway.
Because of this inundation, a lot of animals are migrating out of the park towards the adjoining Karbi Anglong Hills, which are natural highlands. So in this process of migration, the animals are crossing the Asian Highway 1, which is of about stretch of 60 kilometers along the national park. So all the animals which are moving along this highway, they are facing a lot of issues like vehicular hits. They are getting injured.
Damaged houses, lost livestock, highways underwater, and Kaziranga completely submerged in flood water. This is the situation of Assam. Even if the people of Assam are praying for some relief from the rain god, the fury is here to stay and the pain is yet to get a little lesser. But for now, all that they have is prayers of some relief and respite in the hours to come. With camera person Tapas Berry, this is Manogya Loiwal in Kaziranga, Assam for India Today.
And 25 people have been killed as floods ravage Bihar. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, who conducted an aerial survey, says that 26 teams of the NDRF have been deployed and 1 lakh people have been rescued thus far. So far, nearly 200 relief camps have been set up as well. India Today's Rohit Singh gets you this ground report from Madhubani. Take a look.
Flood fury in Bihar this time has impacted at least 12 districts of Bihar, and Madhubani is one such district which has been one of the worst hit. And we are right now in Jhanjharpur block of Madhubani, which has been completely submerged underwater. And yesterday, one of the embankments on the Kamla Balan river that was breached by the pressure and the current of the river, and that is why the flood water has now entered new areas. And right now we are in Lohna village in Jhanjharpur block, and you can see here how this entire village has been inundated and is underwater. And this is the way in which people have to move here and there, and they are coming out of their houses to save their lives somehow with whatever belongings they can find. ये बताइए मुश्किल कितनी हो रही है इस बार बाढ़ की वजह से?
सर इस बार बहुत ज़्यादा हम लोग को परेशानी हो रही है सर. हम लोग को इस बार मतलब सर खाली अपना जान बचा लिए यही बहुत है. सब सामान सब जितना था सब ऐसे ही घर सब गिर गया है सर.
कोई मदद के लिए कोई आया है? कोई सरकारी आदमी?
कोई नहीं आया है, कोई नहीं अभी तक गया नहीं, कोई क्षेत्र में पहुँचा है भी नहीं. हम लोग को भीतरी में है घर.
आप लोग पानी में जो घूम के आना जाना कर रहे हैं, कोई नाव का व्यवस्था नहीं?
कोई न व्यवस्था नहीं, कुछ का व्यवस्था नहीं है हम लोग को.
What is prime need at this point of time is the requirement of boats, because if boats are provided by the state administration, obviously the people can safely then go inside the water, get their belongings and go to safer places. But since boats have not been provided, this is the manner in which people have to maneuver through this flood water and take risk of their lives and go to their homes, take out their belongings and come to the National Highway number 57. ये बताइए कितनी मुश्किल हो रही है? आप लोग पुलिस वाले हैं, लेकिन इस तरीके से आप लोग को कपड़े उतार कर थाना जाना पड़ रहा है, हथियार आपके हाथ में है.
सर ये तो हमारी ड्यूटी है, ड्यूटी तो करनी ही पड़ती है, चाहे कितना भी मुश्किल हो. मुश्किल का तो सामना करने के लिए हम लोग हैं ही सर, इसलिए तो ड्यूटी करना ही पड़ेगा.
Reporting from the ground zero in Madhubani, which has been completely ravaged by the floods this time. I'm Rohit Kumar Singh for India Today.
With that, it's a wrap from me, Chaiti Narula, on this bulletin. I'll join you in just about a bit with all the very latest. So stay with us right here on India Today. And for further news and updates, you can also log in to indiatoday.in. Also download our app.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.